I would like to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Darren Newman, the Acting Chief of the Technical Cooperation Division of the Caribbean Development Bank, and the consultancy team from Dodds Training Center, headed by Mr. Smith. The effective management of policy, programs, and projects is a critical component in stimulating growth and development in any country. However, to ensure this occurs, strong technical capabilities within government institutions must be developed and maintained. The Caribbean Development Bank has been a long-standing partner in the advancement of the development of the region. This partnership has been in terms of enhancing human capacity and in the financing of development initiatives across all sectors. To ensure this partnership continued to bring the expected results, CDB undertook a training assessment which was based on input from the borrowing member countries regarding previous training initiatives provided by the bank. As a result, the Public Policy Analysis and Management and Project Cycle Management training program was developed to provide an opportunity for technical personnel across all borrowing member countries to enhance their expertise. This in turn is expected to redound in better and improved quality, effective and impacting policies, programs, and project formulation and implementation. The rollout of this program provides for online training courses in the areas of project management techniques, public policy analysis and management, monitoring and evaluation, and procurement, utilizing the CDB guidelines as a best practice approach. Over 200 of our public servants have registered for the online courses, which are self-paced. At this juncture, I wish to encourage you to complete the areas of interest to expedite the process. Today, we are here marking the commencement of the second phase of this important opportunity, the National Face-to-Face exercise. Over the course of 5 weeks, the registered officers will have an opportunity to engage in dynamic session learning, not only from their facilitators, from Dodds Training and the Center for International Development, but from each other as they strive to continue to build their skills in the critical areas that will make them more efficient contributors in the development process. Permanent secretaries will undertake this introductory training session in public policy across 2 modules. It is the hope of the Ministry of Sustainable Development and the Ministry of Finance that having completed these courses, participants will be proactive, change agents, and partners in utilizing the project management techniques, in particular in the area of formulating projects and programs that will withstand the appraisal process for funding, whether it be from government revenue or from other official development aid. The formulation process, whether of policy, programs, or projects, would take into consideration our limited human and financial resources. Environmental concerns, climate change, and other issues that affect our lives and livelihoods on a daily basis must also be factored in. Therefore, I encourage all participants to analyze the material in a holistic manner, being cognizant that no policy, program, or project exists in isolation. Rather, it's a keg in our efforts towards nation building. In conclusion, I would like to express appreciation to the Caribbean Development Bank for their proactive approach in addressing the needs of the borrowing member countries. Ms. Hilary Hazel, Financial Secretary of Focal Point, we'd like to thank her for her support and initiative as she remains a champion in the development process. I would also like to thank at this point the Economic Affairs and PSIP department headed by Ms. Squealy and her team for their commitment to ensure that persons across the training arena make use of the opportunities both online and during the face-to-face and in making the necessary logistical arrangements. I wish the participant a rewarding experience over the next few weeks as we endeavor to achieve sustained growth and development in St. Kitts and Nevis, as we strive to transform our nation into a sustainable island state. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Harris, for that lovely warm welcome. And I just wanted to say on behalf of the management and staff of the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, we're really pleased to have you all here today. I mean, it really is very much heartwarming to see civil servants coming out and giving their time and energy to this public policy analysis and management training and the project cycle management training. This is an extension of our deep commitment to public service administration in our region. And I'm proud to say since the 1980s, CDB has been doing similar work here in the region. This is long-term transformational work. It doesn't end after one administration. We believe in sustaining this support. And even up until the 1990s, we were doing 3 months regional courses where persons were embedded in the training in one location. Now we're pleased to take this out to countries, to 19 of our borrowing member countries. And so far we've done 6 countries. And this morning, as we launch this training for the next 5 weeks in St. Kitts and Nevis, we're doing the same in St. Lucia and Belize. And right now we've trained up over 1,000 civil servants, with another 10 countries scheduled to receive that same training later this year. CDB staff are also participating in the training. We'll have our own sessions this summer at headquarters. We're aware of the wealth of talent across the public service. I've met many persons who have been working in their ministries, who've been driving courses of actions to change the lives of persons around the region. But policy work is never easy. There are lots of problems, new problems surface. We need behavior change, and we have a number of things we have to do with inadequate human resources, and we have to deal with things like our debt situation. But we also have policy successes and rewards, and we want more of those. So as we deal with this, we're looking at each and every one of you with your support. We rally together around strong policies, and implementation of those policies are really very, very critical. We're looking to you to share your experiences, what works well, what are some of the problems or challenges that you encounter along the policy process, and how we can be much more astute in looking at these issues collectively, because as a region, we want to raise our game, we want to transform into stronger economies, and we want to make sure that our human development is sustained for future generations. So we see this program as part of a wider governance reform for our region. We're not going to solve all the problems with training, but I think a lot of it comes out through persons having to reskill, retool, look at the world from a new angle, look at the challenges, how they affect us, and that includes us as CDB. We're always dealing with new challenges as we try to work with countries to be much more sustainable. So I just wanted to also introduce you to our trainers this morning. And we have Juanita Thorrington Powlett, who is an ex-director of the Caribbean Development Bank, who used to represent Barbados, and we're pleased to have her here today. Comes with a wealth of experience, over 40 years of experience in public service and areas like the Barbados Revenue Authority and also Treasury Department, Ministry of Finance. Very rich resources that will be shared today. And we also have Mr. Andy Smith, who is an associate trainer with Dodds Training in the UK, and he's also an IT consultant, am I correct? And also business development. A lot of years of service in working with public service delivery systems in the UK and beyond. So I'm going to leave you in really good hands. And I will just end off by saying that we want to make sure that we take away lessons and information from you, because as CDB moves forward, we want to make sure that we have much more informed programming which speaks to some of the policy concerns, the governance challenges you have. We just signed a new country strategy paper with the government of St. Kitts and Nevis late last year. So we're on a new course of 4 years. Economic governance is one pillar of that work, and also environmental protection and climate resilience. So just to give you a flavor of some of the areas in which we're working with the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, but there's more. And that country strategy paper is available online. So we want to take away from this session to inform future programming, and we also see this as a very rich experience to make sure that we are building up a stronger cadre of policy astute personnel across the region. So again, I would like to welcome you, thank you, and I'd also like to thank Ms. Harris, Beverly Harris's team. The Ministry of Sustainable Development has been an overwhelming support. This is not an easy task to bring everyone together to do this training. And the challenges you have, we really appreciate all the energy you've put into overcoming them. Also would like to thank Laverne Queenley, who is the Director, Department of Economic Affairs and PSIP. Mr. Oren Manners, thank you for everything you've been doing so far. We look forward to continued smooth flowing. And there's also Samantha Jeffers I wanted to mention, and Narissa Williams, and all the other colleagues in the ministry and departments, which I probably have not mentioned here. So thank you very much. We wish you a very interactive and productive training experience, and we look forward to continued partnerships with you. Have a great week.
Stay up to date with news, programs and activities of the government with SKNIS. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on SoundCloud. Follow us on Twitter. And watch our videos on YouTube. Connect with us today. SKNIS, St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service.